The ref has read the final instructions. The opening bell is about to go. Seconds out. Ding. Here we go, round one. Dave Allen, Johnny Fisher, 2. Johnny Fisher coming out in his typical very awkward style, where he kind of like leans back and at the same time pushes his left hand out. It's almost a bit David Price-like, that stance. Sticking out the jab. All right, both guys just jostling for position in the middle of the ring. Dave Allen hasn't thrown much yet. A couple of feints. Johnny Fisher, a big swinging right hand from Dave Allen there, licks his lips as the punch sails by Johnny Fisher. Not even close to being on target. Fisher with the jab. Fisher looks a bit skittish here. He needs to control the pace and not throw too much because he threw too much. Oh, big right hand by Dave Allen. Johnny Fisher holds on. Is Johnny Fisher hurt already? That right hand seemed to land. I'd like to see a replay of that. Might have drama already. All right. Johnny Fisher back on the jab after that big right hand. That was quite well timed by Dave Allen. Much better, much better timed than the first attempt with that right hand. Johnny Fisher needs to tie up a lot more. He needs to stick that jab out with more authority. It's a body shot there from Johnny Fisher. I think Dave Allen was complaining about a clash of heads. There might have been one there. Hopefully there's no cut. So far in the first round, even though Johnny Fisher is the more active, Dave Allen looks far more confident. There's a jab from Johnny Fisher. Again, sticking that left hand out there as he leans away. Another big swinging right hand from Dave Allen. Johnny, if you get caught with that one, you might be on ice skates. And Johnny Fisher, of course, is circling into that big swinging right-hander Dave Allen. Most orthodox fighters do naturally move to their left, but it's really a good thing to learn how to circle to your right a lot more. Joe Joyce is actually very good at that. Circle into his own right rather than circle into his left, because it will take away, not that Joyce does it quickly enough, but the idea is it takes away the orthodox fighter's right hand. There's a right hand from Johnny Fisher, which was easily blocked by Dave Allen. Up against the ropes, a place where he doesn't want to be because, all right, there's the end of round one. Because as he's stationary, it's easier for Dave Allen to time the right hand. East Midlands Fight Fan says Fisher is still shell-shocked. Yeah, he did appear very skittish in that opening round. Very, very skittish. Somebody says Eddie Hearn got bored of promoting all the Northerners over the years. I don't necessarily think he got bored of it, but he just thought that he'd struck the jackpot when he came across an Essex fighter who he knew he could market, because he understands the Essex crowd better than he understands Northerners because he's from Essex. Anyway, here we go, round two, 5 seconds in. Johnny Fisher again on the outside, upright, fencing with the left hand, looking very uncomfortable. It has to be said. Dave Allen a lot more purposeful at the start of his rematch than he was at the start of their first fight. And the way it's shaping up at the moment, unless Johnny Fisher, he's been warned there from the ref for extending out the left hand too much, pawing with it in Dave Allen's face. Unless he gets some respect and puts more authority on his jab, the way it's looking, it's like Dave Allen's going to catch him sooner rather than later. Because the offense from Johnny Fisher here is just too weak. Dave Allen's getting into range, and he's able to get that right hand off. So, yeah, Johnny Fisher doesn't need to throw too many punches, but when he does throw, they need to be authoritative. That was a good jab there from Dave Allen. Yeah, it's definitely not pretty from Johnny Fisher here. Very novice-y looking as usual. There's a right hand from Fisher. I think that just got through the guard of Dave Allen down the middle. Oh, right hand there from Dave Allen again. Yeah, Fisher still looks very panicky. Very skittish. Will he relax as the rounds go on? A minute left in the second round. TC says, Bosh. But will it be Fisher getting boshed? Okay, wild uppercut there from Johnny Fisher, a mile off. If he was in there with a good counterpuncher, fight might be over already. There's a rabbit punch there from Dave Allen on the inside. That's something he did a lot in the first fight. Is he getting a warning already? Actually, Johnny Fisher's getting a warning for the elbow. Okay. So Fisher feinting, gets a right hand off there. He's doing the right thing in terms of fighting at a measured pace, because he'll need energy if he does get hurt, if he does get dragged into the trenches, to get through it and still win rounds. So if he can nick some rounds on the back foot, messing about, for lack of a better way of describing it, there's a combination from Johnny Fisher and then he ties up. That's what you want to do. He's got the faster hands than Dave Allen. Get a combo off, tie him up. That's the end of round 2. It's not pretty, but it was relatively effective, at least in that round, for Johnny Fisher. Charles B says, still look shaky. He does still look shaky. There's still the sense that drama could happen here, with Johnny Fisher being on the receiving end. You still get that sense. There's still a window at the moment for Dave Allen to get through and do something big. It hasn't yet got to the point where you feel like Dave Allen is completely under control. There's a decent uppercut there, looking at the slow-mo replay from Johnny Fisher, and a straight right hand through the middle. All right, here we go, round 3. Johnny Fisher pushing out that left hand. He got warned for that in the previous round. He's doing it again, though. Certainly can't afford to get points deducted, although be a brave referee deducting points from Johnny Fisher in front of the Bosch Army at the copper box. Nice jab from Dave Allen. Johnny Fisher again, circling, mixes in a body shot there. Dave Allen complains it was low. Johnny Fisher coming forward for the first time. Doesn't really throw much, just pushes Dave Allen back to the ropes, forearm underneath his chin. Gets a warning from the referee. And this is actually what you got to do with Dave Allen. You got to frustrate him. I said this in my pre-fight video. The way you beat Dave Allen is you frustrate him, if you're Johnny Fisher, that is, with his particular set of tools and limited experience. That's a nice uppercut from Dave Allen and the left hook that caused all the problems in the first fight. Johnny Fisher back on the jab. You want to frustrate Dave, because you're not going to impress him with your power. Nice jabs there from Johnny Fisher, letting a few shots go as Dave Allen is looking to be more aggressive. Johnny Fisher is forced into action. Jabs there from Dave Allen. Johnny Fisher ties him up. Shout out to Swaggins for the super chat. Big up, big up. 1 minute 24 left in the third round. Dave Allen stalking, Johnny Fisher moving. Fisher becoming a bit more fluid now in this third round. Maybe he's just warming up to the task a little bit, finding some level of comfort in there. Nice combinations actually on the inside there from Johnny Fisher as Dave Allen tried to get a couple of body shots off. This is what you have to do with Dave Allen. You got to frustrate him. Move around, frustrate, tie up. Good jab there from Johnny. Oh, left hook from Dave Allen. So danger is still there. Johnny Fisher coming back with some combinations. His own left hook. Dave Allen, for me, doing too much complaining. I mean, Johnny Fisher's going to get a warning there from the ref. And I've got no issue with him issuing the warning. But Dave Allen complaining a lot and not throwing enough for me. To me, that's a sign of Dave Allen's frustration. And that's a good sign, therefore, for Johnny Fisher. Uppercut from Fisher. You want Dave Allen frustrated. Double jab from Fisher. A little bit of upper body movement from him there, which he doesn't produce that much of. Needs to be careful which way he's ducking, though. Fisher getting the jab off. Body shots on Dave Allen. Pretty nice work from Johnny Fisher. Nice uppercut on the inside from Johnny Fisher. And then ties Dave Allen up, frustrating him. That's a good round for Johnny, 100%. Ocean Blue says, how's it going so far? Johnny Fisher's winning. He's outboxing him. Shout out to 1-1. Jonas says, Fisher needs to punch the pot belly more. He did hit it a few times in that round. Did I shout out Swaggins already? I think I did. We got Swaggins. Somebody said it looks like Dave Allen's wearing a man-sized nappy. But there's that same shot on the slow-mo from Dave Allen that actually dropped Johnny Fisher in the first fight, but I guess it didn't land as hard this time around. So here we go, round 4. Big jab from Dave Allen. Johnny Fisher comes back with his own right hand. Fisher definitely looking more relaxed now. The punch is flowing, but he needs to stay switched on defensively because Dave Allen is getting through here and there. Sticking the jab out. See, this is all right hand there from Dave Allen. Johnny Fisher was unaffected, but it did get through. But this is the issue with Allen. You know, he says that he's in shape despite being the second heaviest of his career. He might be in good cardiovascular shape, but trust me, when you're heavier, when you're carrying extra timber, you don't get the shots off as quickly. And Dave Allen is, as you see, not getting the shots off quick. That comes with being heavy. You're just more nimble, I guess, when you're lighter. You get the shots off faster. Jabs from Johnny Fisher, controlling things from the perimeter of the ring. Dave Allen is just looking to time. That was a good left hook to the body from Dave Allen. Needs more of those if he's going to slow down Johnny Fisher's movement. And since he can't get any headshots on at the moment, he needs to target Fisher's body. Uppercut from Allen on the inside was a decent shot. But Dave Allen has done this in so many fights, where he just marches forward, taking shots and barely throwing anything. And that obviously is not a particularly good strategy. Yeah, sometimes it pays off, like when he fought Nick Webb. Oh, right hand there. Johnny Fisher's hurt. He's hurt. His leg went there. I swear down. Unless I'm buzzing, a right hand connected there from Dave Allen, and it looked like Johnny Fisher's leg went. He ties up. Did my eyes deceive me? I swear, Johnny Fisher's leg looked like it twitched after he got hit with that right hand. I was expecting Dave Allen to jump on him. I'd like to see a slow-mo of that shot, because to me it looked like Johnny Fisher was hurt. All right, Fisher holds on. So danger has not yet disappeared. Why do I find this fight so funny? I mean, it's still official round, but for me, he was hurt there. And I don't think Dave Allen actually realized it. JR says this fight is comedy gold. But you know what it is? It's like heavyweights who are really crude and very oh, here's the right hand. Bang! I'm telling you, that right hand hurt Johnny Fisher. The right hand that just landed there, kind of on the forehead, almost on the temple. That hurt Johnny Fisher, that shot. His left leg wobbled. That's right. East Midlands Fight Fan says Fisher is 4-0 up according to Eddie's scorecard. 4-0 up? Fisher is 10-0 up according to Eddie's scorecard. Eddie's scorecard was compiled before the fight started. Anyway, here we go, round 5. Now, Johnny Fisher is definitely winning this fight for sure. But the point is, Dave Allen's definitely going to get no favors. Oh, there's the big right hand over the top again from Dave Allen. So his strategy here is to walk into range with a high guard and try and time the big right hand over the top. And I guess that might work, but he needs to do more, at least to the body. And right as I say that, he launches a right hand to the body. And Allen is neglecting his own jab. He needs to jab with Fisher. Yeah, he's much slower than... Oh, sweeping right hand from Dave Allen. Pushes Fisher back to the ropes. Yeah, Fisher don't want to be here. Dave Allen launches an uppercut. Fisher then gets off the ropes, but the footwork is not great. And then Dave Allen launches an enormous right hand. Johnny Fisher blocks it. All right. Body shot there from Fisher. Dave Allen complaining. Bosh, indeed. Fisher with the jabs. Another low one from Fisher. Like, that was a good body shot there, though, from Fisher. Is Fisher losing his legs? Because he's paced himself in this fight, but he's very stationary here in this 5th round. If he becomes more stationary, that's definitely going to suit Dave Allen. So Fisher going up and down with a jab. Gets backed into a corner here. Dave Allen trying to lean on him. The veteran tactics. Back to the set. Well, not quite the center of the ring, but Johnny. Oh, big right hand from Dave Allen. Johnny Fisher was hurt there. He does a little Irish jig. Not that he's Irish, but he does a little Irish jig. Yo, Johnny Fisher got buzzed with that shot. Dave Allen comes back with a left to the body. Uppercut from Allen. Fisher looking shaky. Jab there from Allen. Right hand from Fisher. Oh, Johnny Fisher's going. Johnny Fisher's in trouble. Down he goes. Down goes. Down goes Johnny. Fisher down. Gets to his feet. 8 seconds left in the 5th. Will the bell save him? Dave Allen looking to close the show. Big body. Left hook. Oh, Fisher. Towel comes in. Fight is over. Fisher couldn't make it to the bell. Yo, that was the best finish of Dave Allen's career. Oh my God. Dave, Johnny Fisher got boshed. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. He unraveled horribly there. Big old boxing on the edge. I hope you put some money on your prediction, bro, because you got it bang on there. That was comedy gold. Yeah, where's Feed Khabib? Try to tell me it wasn't worth a watch. His car crash television was great. Fantastic. That alone was worth the price of admission. Like, come on. Big up Mr. Luca. There's mine, Tony Bellew said Fisher would beat Chisora. Damn. That's a crazy, crazy prediction from Tony Bellew with his matchroom bias. So the Essex gimmick comes crashing to an end already. I'd like to see the slow-mo here. Workstation says, Hatman sounds like you're about to die of laughter. Yeah, I'm quite close. There's just something about fights like this. We got a very novice boxer in there with loads of support. going up against a hard punching vet. And it's like disaster is only an inch away. Do you know them kind of fights? This was one of those. And poor Johnny Fisher was obliterated. What was that, the 5th round? Could not survive to the end of the round. There was only 8 seconds left. So here we go. Looking at the slow-mo. There's a right hand from Big Dave. Johnny Fisher against the ropes where he don't want to be. Sticking that left hand out for too long. Right hand buckled his legs. Backing up towards the ropes like that with your chin in the air. Left hand out. You're not covering your head. He tried to trot away, but Allen could see. And there's a good body shot there from Allen. Johnny Fisher tried to grab. Allen came with the uppercut, right hand. I want to see the finish. There was a knockdown. Shout to Brad Lee for the super chat. He says, "Your laugh alongside the knockout made me die out, man." It was comical. So, shout out to Brad Lee. There's the right hand. Johnny Fisher, in all sorts of bother, goes to the canvas. Let's see the finish. Come on, don't keep us in. Let's see the finish here. They're showing the same sequence again and again and again. Yeah, it was man versus boy, wasn't it? Left hook from Allen. Right hand to the body. Low left hand. Left hook to the head. That's what done it. Same shot as the first fight. Left hook to the head, then a right hand. Johnny Fisher nearly out cold. Falls flat on his face. Towel comes in. Bosh! That's right. Bosh. Yeah, he had Johnny Fisher against the ropes. They're like a heavy bag. And just like that, the Essex gimmick comes to an end. Yeah, it was a good left hook from Allen. He just had man up against the ropes, like I say, as if he was hitting a heavy bag. And that's all she wrote. AJ says Johnny Fisher's probably a millionaire and isn't even area level. Yeah, he certainly made a lot of money beyond his talent. 100%. He's overachieved. Bosh. That's right. And can you imagine there were people who were asking for Johnny Fisher versus Moses Atalma. Now, those who just wanted to see it for jokes, because they knew that Fisher would get knocked out quick, fair enough. But no, there were a lot of people who thought that was some type of competitive fight. I'm like, when did you start watching boxing? Last week? Johnny Fisher versus Moses Atalma would be a crime. Sports Fan 1 says Dave Allen with a Mike Tyson left hook to the body, a hook to the head. In it, Johnny Fisher making Dave Allen look like Mike Tyson. All right, fair play to Dave. He came in heavy, which I was concerned about, but he still got the job done. Funny enough, I thought that Johnny Fisher was actually worse in this fight than he was in the first fight. Tactically, he seemed a bit more sensible, but his gas tank ran dry earlier from what I saw. He didn't throw as many shots in the early rounds as he did first time around, but he still got extremely tired. His legs went by the fourth round. No gas left in him. So he was actually worse in this fight. And maybe Allen was better. So fair play to Dave Allen. He got his W. I thought that Johnny Fisher would maybe take this one on points. Just stay out the way, stay out of trouble, and nick a decision. But he didn't have the skills to be able to stay out of the way, evidently. Wasn't capable. He allowed Dave Allen to back him up to the ropes time and time again, back him into corners, and sticking that left hand out there like that, leaving it out there whilst backed up to the ropes is just madness. If you can't back up any further and your back is to the ropes, get your flipping hands up. If you're not going to get out of the way and you're not going to clinch, get your hands up. Because that big right hand is coming over the top. You don't want your left hand to be out there like that. Get your flipping hands. Anyway,